everyone, and thank you for joining me. So this is another stash ad video, and I'm hoping not to make another one of these for some time, because I have bought so much stuff over the last month and a half. It's unreal, and I just need to get cracking and get some of these things built. But I was in Mike's Models, and of course I've mentioned before the discounts that you can get there. These Snarl Fang Riders are a unit that you can use, I believe, in Warhammer Old World, even though these are boxed up for Age of Sigmar. So that's why I got these, because I can use them with my Goblin army. There was £4.30 off these, which is more than what Paul usually knocks off kits. So I just had to pick these up. Next are these Hexbane's Hunters. I have had this box set before. I have still got it somewhere, but the figures in this are so cool that I just had to get another one, because as I say, Paul had this one there as well. £3 off this one. I can't remember how many figures you get in this. I'll just quickly turn it around so we can see. So there you go, you get the 4 Witch Hunters and you get 2 dogs as well. So I have a vignette diorama in mind with one of these figures at least. So I just decided to, as I say, grab another box, so I'd got these figures again. So here we have the Daughters of Khaine Vanguard box. You may recall that I mentioned that the Vanguard boxes may be the Age of Sigmar equivalent to the Combat Patrols, where you basically buy one of these boxes, build the figures, and you just play with these figures against somebody else who's bought a different Vanguard box. It just means that there's no army list or anything like that. You just play with what's in this box. The reason I bought this was I was after some of these figures in a diorama, and realised that I would get a better deal if I bought the Vanguard box. I think this is usually about £85, and I got it for £74. This was from Loaded Dice that I got these. So these are 5 shade paints from AK, and they were the reason that I was wanting to buy something from Loaded Dice. So I bought those, and I thought, okay, is there anything else I want? Oh yes, the Daughters of Khaine. I have used the brown already on something, and I think it worked really well. The black has already been used. Interestingly, I don't think the black is quite the same as Nuln Oil. It doesn't give quite the effect of metals that I expected it to. So yeah, but I'm going to have fun using these, and they are when they dry, they are very matte, which the AK paints, the acrylic paints, are anyway. So I got those. So on the subject of Nuln Oil, I've got to be honest, I miss the shade paints from Games Workshop. So when I was in Mike's Models, I basically looked at his shelves, and he'd got paints that the GW shop in Birmingham hadn't got. They were out of stock. So I got things like Agrax shade, Reikland Flesh shade, Nuln Oil. I got what's that one there? Is that the Fugan Orange? And then I got a grey. No, it's a white actually. It's Soul Blight Grey, which is a shade for white clothing and things like that. I used that on the Elf Hero that I showed you earlier this week. Okay, 3 kits that I have been wanting to get hold of for a very long time, and I was this was a couple of weeks back now. I was in Mike's Models, and there on the counter was 6 or 7 boxes of American half tracks by Tamiya. And as I say, I have been wanting these kits for such a long. They are quite difficult to get hold of, and they go on eBay for silly money. They really do. In fact, when I said to Paul whether they were available to buy or whether they had been put aside for customers, the first thing he said to me was, "If you buy them, will you be putting them on eBay?" And I said, "No, I want to build them." Obviously not a scale that I'm particularly interested in. However, it is the half tracks that I am so interested in. I just love these vehicles. Now, I know there may be inaccuracies with it being an M3A2 and it's not actually an M3A2. I have got a book that points out the differences between the different models of half track, but I don't give a monkey's. I'm just really looking forward to building these at some stage. So this is the first one. This is the personnel carrier. Airfix did a 1/76 scale version of this. As a kid, I just loved building that kit. It was so much fun. Obviously, I've got the M16 Matchbox half track, which is my favourite Matchbox kit of all times. I think one of the things about the American half track is all the war films that had these in instead of the German half tracks. They just painted them desert and they put Balkan Cruise on the side and that was it. It's a German half track. I just think that they are so cool. So that's the first one. Here's the next one. This is the 81mm mortar carrier, the M21. Charlie Mack built one of these, and I'm not sure he realised just how rare or how difficult it is to get out of this kit. So yeah, he built it. He also built the mortar and crew as well, I believe. So really looking forward to putting this one together. Okay, so I think this is the final purchase that I've got to show you, and what a way to finish. This half track with the quad 20mm on the back, as you know, is the one that Matchbox produced, and again is the Matchbox kit that I love the most. So to get hold of the 1/35 scale M16 is just fantastic. I am so over the moon that I managed to get this, and again credit to Paul, because I don't know, but he could have possibly sold these for 40 quid each. I don't know whether there's restrictions with that. He could have just thrown them on eBay, I suppose. He could have bought them himself and then just thrown them on eBay, but he didn't. They were on the counter, and anybody could buy one. So, well, I say anybody, he may have done me a favour and just let me buy them. I don't know, but I've got to build this kit. I'm so looking forward to it. Right guys, that's it. It's Friday, so it's the beginning of the weekend. I am happily, and I mean so happily, painting miniatures for the Warhammer Old World Night Goblin army that I'm doing. In fact, the only other thing I'm concentrating on at the moment is playing a board game with the missus, because I bought Ravensburger's Lord of the Rings card game, and we've been playing that every night, having a bit of hobby time and then sitting down for like 2 or 3 hours playing that. It is such a good game. So that's what we intend to do tonight. I've got some beer in and get some pretzels or something, and we'll sit down. I will paint some figures for a bit, and then we'll sit down and play that game. So yeah, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you get huge amounts of bench time. I really do. Really enjoying your videos, guys. Trying to leave a comment when I'm watching, so that you know I've popped by. Yeah, so look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.